Hi, my name's Jax. I'm an associate partner at Piper, and a big part of that is building relationships with those businesses. So I just wanted to talk to you about the importance of those relationships and maybe what to look for in an investor. I think there are three key points to think about when thinking about taking on investment. I think the first one is being clear about what it is you're looking for and therefore what they're offering you. So some people just want money, which is fine. Some people prefer to have money alongside some level of advice, and some people would prefer to have, what we would call much more of a partnership. So I think that's the first thing, just be really clear about what it is you're looking for. And I know for a lot of founders it can be very daunting thinking about taking on investment, particularly when you've had complete control over the business, and then if you take on investment then you have to give up some equity in that business. That's why I think it's really important to think those things through, to think really long and hard about how much you're prepared to give away and what you're giving that up for, because it can actually be very beneficial. The second thing I think to think about is the style of the investor that you might be thinking about. So again, some investors are almost purely financial. They will invest money with you, but then really what they're after is, most importantly, is your financial results. So they might only want financial reporting on a regular basis, or the other thing sometimes they want is they have certain expectations for the business. If you're not meeting those targets, then they might want to come and speak to you about what's going on. Other investors, like us, crucially about the advice that we can give. And the third, and probably the most important thing, is thinking about the relationship with your investor and thinking about the chemistry that you have with them, and thinking about, do their value systems chime with yours? You're going to be spending time with these people, and through good times and bad times. So I think it's important that you feel they will be there to support you, and that they have got experience that they can bring if you are going through maybe some tougher times. So they're not just going to sort of berate you for not hitting your targets. They're going to be understanding or want to talk about why that is. And another thing I think is really important is that you should be honest with them. So investors hate surprises. So sometimes founders feel that they have to always give good news to their investors, and actually that can be the worst thing, because if you're continually trying to give good news and then then finally you have to report that something's going not so well, then that will take your investors by surprise. So we always say to our portfolio companies, tell us everything. In fact, often the most important things for them to tell us is the things that are worrying them, the things that are going wrong, rather than all the things that are going right. So think about how they want to meet with you. With our companies, we sit on boards, so we have board meetings. You probably wouldn't have anything maybe as formal as that. But think about, are your investors going to be there? Can you pick up the phone to them? If you've got an issue, can you pick up the phone? Can you get their advice? Or are they really at arm's length? So, there's no sort of one size fits all in this. It's all different. Different people have different requirements. But I do think that the importance of chemistry and thinking about that. Do you actually really get on with these people, and do they understand you? I think that's probably the most important. Good luck.